As you may know, our own Norma Holland is a big fan of The Sopranos, which wrapped recently on HBO. This was a big deal for her yesterday. She had a chance to talk to actress Aida Turturro, who played Tony Soprano's sister, Janice, on the show.
Now she's getting ready to debut on Broadway. She will appear in the musical Chicago, and she's talking about that, but even more importantly, she's talking about how she lives with diabetes. She's hoping to help others who live with it. Here are Aida and Norma.
Hi, Norma.
Hi, Aida. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Did I pronounce your name the right way, honey?
You did.
Okay.
And thank you for doing that.
Good. Okay. Because I was going to call you Janice, and I know you're probably so sick of people calling you Janice.
Oh, boy. You would be in trouble. No, I'm kidding. No, it's okay if you do.
When I heard your voice, I walked in the studio, and I heard your voice. I go, Janice! Oh, my gosh, Janice! I miss you. First and foremost, let's talk about you know, I never knew you had diabetes. I've been watching you for years. I had no idea you had diabetes. You were diagnosed in '01, but then it got really bad around '03, right?
Yes. Basically, when I found out, and even though I had a history of it and I knew about it, no one really talks about it in your family, and you don't understand. Nobody really knows what it is. You know what I'm saying when you hear it, you know, oh, my grandpa had it, whatever. Well, I got diagnosed, and I went into denial. That terrible word, which we cannot have having diabetes, denial.
Right.
Because with having denial, you don't deal with it. You don't take care of it. After about 2 years, my doctor sat me down. She was like, okay, this is what can happen. These are the risks. This is so serious. And then I had that wake-up call, and I started to take care of it, control it with diet and exercise, a must, 24/7.
Right.
And then I also started to take Lantus, which is a long-acting insulin. I made the step because that's what I needed, to take insulin to help control my disease. And that was my body. So everybody is different in controlling it. Now, if you talk to your doctor, this is very important. You need to go into your doctor and find out what treatment plan is best for you.
Okay, but here's the question, Aida, because when you say long-acting insulin, you mean do you have a pump that's attached to you? Is that
no? It's just an insulin that you take once daily, and now
it's a tablet of insulin. Is that what it is?
Pardon?
What is it you take it every day?
It's once daily. It's a long-acting insulin. And in this day and age, Lantus has a new pen. It's the Sopranos Star pen.
I see.
I don't have to refrigerate it.
Okay.
I take the pen with me. I go away for the weekend. And it's simple now. And now today you test your blood sugar in 5 seconds. So there's all these things that help you to control your disease. I mean, help you to do it easy, you know, easily, you know. Yeah. But what you have to do is you need to have the rapport with your doctor. Okay. There's a website, aidasstory.com, that if you go on, it says some things about diabetes, but it also can give you a checklist that you can print out to go to your doctor so you don't get, like, confused or intimidated, so you can learn and say, like, what's best for me? You ask the right questions. And everybody's different. Everybody has a different history. Everybody has a different body. So maybe just with diet and exercise, your blood sugars can go under control. Maybe you need an oral. Maybe you need to take the step in taking insulin. Whatever it takes to control your blood sugars and keeping an A1C below 7, that's what you need to do.
We did not end the interview abruptly like that. We actually had to cut out and divide it into 2 parts because Norma was so excited to talk about The Sopranos. So that's coming up, the second part of our interview with Aida Turturro.
First, your local headlines.
Well, Norma Holland had the pleasure of having a conversation with actress Aida Turturro, who you probably know as Janice Soprano on The Sopranos.
She talked to Norma via satellite yesterday about her new role on Broadway and also about how she lives with diabetes. Norma is a big fan, and Aida is very enthusiastic, as you saw last half hour. So let's rejoin their conversation about living with diabetes.
You can live a healthy life. You can have energy. You can be fine. I'm probably healthier than ever because I pay a lot of attention now. I plan and I think about portions, but the work, you have to do a lot of work, especially with the food and the exercise.
Yeah, that's a lot of thinking you got to do.
So much. So you have to educate yourself.
So with an injection, it makes it, for you, it makes it easier for you?
It's not about
you're a busy
easier.
Woman. You're a busy woman.
It's never about easier with it. It's about what is going to control your body for you and your history.
Right.
Exactly. Like, you know what? Like, it's great if your body, if you watch your food and then everything's fine, but it depends. I have a history on both sides of my family. So I had to take that step because that's where my diabetes was. You know
had
what
some
I'm saying?
symptoms. What are the symptoms that you
You're
noticed?
I was very tired. I was very thirsty. And then when I first got it and it was out of control for 2 years, in hindsight, I looked back and said, oh my goodness, this was a diabetes. I was cranky and screaming and just felt horrible, no energy. And I'm not 20 anymore and I have a lot of energy, you know?
Yeah.
And I went to the point where I couldn't move. And I remembered filming and being so tired. And now, I'm good.
Yeah.
It takes work, okay? But there's a lot of tools in helping yourself control it.
Right.
It just takes, very important, I really recommend, besides your rapport with your doctor and checking in every few months,
Yep.
and knowing your A1C, the test of measuring your blood
Hemoglobin, right?
sugars.
Yep.
Yes, you know that for it's the average of the last 3 months.
Yep.
These are important things, but also nutrition.
Yeah.
If you don't know things, educate yourself. Go to a nutritionist, spend the money or do the insurance. Just make sure you learn about it, carbohydrates and complex carbs and portions and how much. But with all the hard work, and believe me, it's hard work.
There's a lot of it, yeah.
A lot of it. And the exercise is what I always try to push more.
How about a busy exercise? You're on Broadway.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be in a few weeks, and I'm sure those dancers are going to whip me into some shape.
That's incredible. So you're going to be on Broadway. You've got a lot going on for you. Janice is over. That whole aspect of your life is over. But you, the actress, continue on with your career. That's for sure.
I do. And I'm also, planning for it with the food and, when I'm going to rest, when I'm going to exercise,
Yeah.
and
You got to take care of yourself. Right.
Yes, you have to take care of yourself. But I do have the energy because I do, take care of myself. But it's hard. It's 8 shows a week.
So that's why you really need to talk to your
8
doctor.
shows a week is like 2
know
on
what's
Saturday, 2
going
on
on.
Sunday. You're going to see me coming out. No.
So Aida's Story, aidastory.com.
Yeah.
All the
Yes.
information there, people can get some tips for themselves on how to
Yes.
talk to their doctor and what is good for them.
Exactly.
Aida, thank you so much for. I wish
Thank
we
you
could.
so much,
I have a
Norma.
feeling we could spend all afternoon talking because you're a lot of fun.
Oh, I could talk to you all
And
day.
You have such energy, and we love that about you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And best of luck with your Broadway career.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank
ya.
you.
You think they exchange phone numbers at the end there?
Seriously, they seem like best friends,
I
don't
know,
they?
Yeah.
8 shows a week. I always wonder how they do that, too. You need a lot of energy for that.
Well, she's got it.
Yeah, definitely.